Alright guys, so the Across the Spider-Verse update is here for Spider-Man Miles Morales, and as you can see I picked up the new uniform. I got it to Mythic, and today we're going to take a first look at it in some PvE content to see how it compares to the one that he got just 6 months ago. Truthfully speaking, if you already had this uniform and you were a free-to-play player, I think you should actually skip over this one because there's not much you're going to be able to do. Actually, there's actually nothing you're going to be able to do with Spider-Man Miles Morales in this Across the Spider-Verse uniform that you couldn't already do with this one, especially when you consider the fact that now you can get him to level 80 and tier 4. In this new uniform, he does not get iframe ignore. He does not become a PvP character, even though he has a PvP artifact just like OG Spider-Man. So it's a bit unfortunate. I'm not too sure why they decided to go this way. It's not even a synergy uniform, so there's no discount for this uniform, which is just crazy to me. Truthfully speaking, on my free-to-play account, I will be skipping over this uniform for Miles Morales, even though I didn't have this one previously. I'm skipping him entirely. So you can do with that information what you will. So the one big change that they did for Miles Morales in this new uniform is that they made him a leadership now for the Spider characters. He gives them all 70% attack.
Nope.
Which is pretty good. And that leadership also applies to himself, which last time it only applied to Spider-Man, like OG Spider-Man Peter Parker. So that's pretty good. He is lightning fast, as you can see. No pun intended, or pun intended. That was really quick. That's about 25 seconds. So very, very good here. But like I said, he was already lightning fast before. This time around, I decided to proc on the tier 3 just because it has iframe ignore on it. They did not give him iframe ignore on any of his other skills, which is boo, you know, so dumb. Okay. Okay, we got caught up by the blade twister. We're just like flying through everything. All right, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. And it's done. Hello? Hello? There we go. I don't know what that was. He had like the limitless amount of HP left. This is one of the weirdest situations I've seen in a very long time. The character feels no different. He has the exact same strengths, the exact same weaknesses. He floods the map with a whole bunch of lightning and other shenanigans. And his damage is good, his survivability is the same. It's just, there's no different, right? There's nothing different that this uniform is bringing to the table. So I'm really not seeing a reason to tell people to buy it. Like if you had no uniform for Miles before, then yeah, I'll definitely buy this one, right? Because at least this one will be a leadership for all the spiders, especially if you're free to play and you won't have Spider-Woman Jessica Drew. Truthfully speaking, I don't even think you need Jessica Drew, but that's a topic for a whole nother video. Okay, that's done. This looks like it's about to be maybe 90 seconds as well. Oh, I got knocked out of my skill there. Okay, so this guy not gonna use his come on, cutscene, there you go. So I'm going to be a little bit faster than I was in my previous video because we didn't get knocked out of one of our rotations, but it feels just the same. Truthfully speaking, I'm starting to wonder what these devs are thinking about when they're handing out these uniforms in tier 4. Like nothing about this uniform for Miles Morales screams, I must have this, I cannot live without this, I need this. It's just like, it was in a movie, it looks like the movie, I like the movie, so I guess I should have it. That's literally the only thing I'm thinking about. And I guess that's all they think matters these days. But hey, it is what it is. Some people will just spend for that reason and that reason alone. But that some people though is not everyone. But I guess they don't need everyone. They just need, okay, just enough. Just a few people is enough. All right, so no effort ignoring any skills means I can't finish this up until old boy decides, all right, to do a whole bunch of malarkey by running around the map. All right. Okay. And what the hell? That's so annoying. His basic attack is so slow, like he jumps back and then hits. He almost got time frozen and killed off. Gotta say, this uniform, probably one of the biggest disappointments of 2023 for me. Like, I don't see one reason why I would buy this if I wasn't a content creator and I wanted to make sure that there wasn't anything here. Like, truthfully speaking, I didn't get a single thing out of this uniform that I wanted. Like, he didn't even get a better heal. Nothing. I guess I shouldn't say that. Like, I wanted his leadership to apply to himself, and I got that. That's literally it. But like, I'll never use him. Like, truthfully speaking, after this update and I test him a few times, that's it. Like, I'll pretty much never use his leadership for anyone. Like, unless it's like Shadowland or something. Like, real talk. I don't see where I'm gonna be using him. Like, I'm not gonna be using him for Giant Boss Raid. I'm not gonna be using him for ABL. I'm not gonna use him for ABX. Like, I'm definitely not gonna be using him for PvP. Like, where am I gonna be using him? And that's the reason why I'm saying, like, he's not one of those characters that I'm gonna tier 4, because like, I'm not seeing any reason to. Like, I would just be an idiot to just go spend $100 on tier 4 packs to tier 4 him just because I like him. No. The era of me doing that is just done. Because that's part of the reason how we got to where we are right now, where it does feel like they can just do whatever, and nah, that ain't it. So stupid. Whatever. I know I'm sorry, I know I sound like, I don't know, a negative Nancy or whatever, but like, I'm just saying how I really feel. I'm not gonna hype something that I really don't feel hype about. Some people might feel hype about it, but truthfully speaking, I think the only reason they're gonna be hype about it is because it looks like the movie, and that's it. But if they couldn't get even that right, it might have been time to pack it up. And I'm just not even talking about the skills or nothing like that. I'm just talking about like how the uniform looks. Nah, I was hoping we'd finish off this guy there. Come jump up. And I'm sure if somebody's gonna come in, oh, you're not playing him right. Who gives a shit, man? I'm winning. That's all that matters. All right, let me see how we do against Gene, and then we'll wrap it, bag it and tag it, and then put it on the shelf and never use it again. Nah, I'm just playing. I'll test it a bit more before I just put it on the shelf, but realistically. Oh, you gotta be joking. Back to back? Alright, cool, no worries. Oh, there we go. Not even 2 rotations, really? I was kind of hoping that with a 70% attack lead. Speaking of, I'm pretty sure in this video I said he now buffs Spider-Man and Spider characters. That's false. He only buffs himself. He actually only boasts himself. Like that's wild. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about in a sec. And yeah, pretty sure I misread his new leadership, and maybe we all have been, because I seen quite a few people saying the same thing I said, and oh boy, that is a crazy thing, eh? So realistically, he went from buffing only Spider-Man to now buffing only himself. Yes, yes, ladies and gents, this is the new uniform for Miles Morales. Can you feel the excitement? It doesn't feel much different. It doesn't do anything different, but it's gonna cost you a whole different 1,050 crystals than the last one that you got 6 months ago. Crazy. And these guys knew they were gonna make you pay a second time 6 months ago, right? And they decided, I'm just gonna copy the same thing we did 6 months ago. Imagine somebody sells you something 6 months ago, then sells you the same thing 6 months later, and just basically, you know, put a fresh can of paint on it. Anyways, for some reason, I was reading the top half of Miles's leadership here, where it says all allies, and then not reading the second half where it says applies to self.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
I was hoping that it would apply to all allies, but